I just find this to be really nasty. Isn't this nasty? Or am I the only one who thinks that this is so inappropriate, so vulgar, and so rude? And I just don't understand that how we can live in times where this is like, oh no, but this is normal. Like, this is fine. I personally don't want to be so intimate with people that I have to really get into the nooks and crannies of their body parts. Like, but we don't even know each other. I don't want to be that intimate with you. Now, I have included this short in my content in the past. And the reason why it had to make a revival today, it's not just about the jean short itself, is the fact that when people are walking, they don't realize that actually it's going up your butt crack and from the behind. It is quite distracting that some women walk around like that. I mean, imagine if we also had men who wore short pants and they would walk around like that. I mean, what a crazy world we would live in. At least we only have half of the population potentially walking around like this. No, but really, it's distracting, it's inappropriate, it's too intimate, and I don't want to sound like an uptight person sitting here and be like, ooh, skin, ew. No, like I'm a fairly chill person, but you know, I think some boundaries is necessary among strangers, don't you think? I mean, what do you think? The cycling shorts, they weren't cute when Princess Diana wore them in the 90s. So why would they be cute today, like 500 years later? No, this is not a good look, and especially not if you have an elegant aesthetic and style. The cycling shorts and the crop top, they don't belong in the elegance department whatsoever. In fact, I personally don't think they're very flattering on anyone. Plus, it just looks weird. It's almost like the athleisure trend is just here like a hemorrhoid, cannot leave us, and therefore needs to reinvent itself year after year. I mean, we had the leggings, we had the sports bra, we had the crop top, or we still have it. We have the tracksuit pants, and now we have the cycling shorts. Sorry, I just had to let it all out. So every time I do these videos, by the way, I always go and Google like, oh, Hailey Bieber, you know, what is she wearing? Because I always get so many new ideas of what to put on today's list. And she definitely loves the cycling shorts, by the way. But she also loves the puffer bomber jacket. And that's actually a piece of garment that I know is super popular right now, but I don't think it belongs in the elegant aesthetic department either. In fact, I think it looks kind of weird. Like, she looks like a lollipop. You know, her legs are so skinny, and then she wears this massive jacket on her upper body, so it creates this kind of lollipop effect. But it almost feels like they're just trying really, really hard to look cool, or to look edgy, or to, I don't know, look something else. And when somebody tries too hard of something, it never equals good. Like even in my department, like when you try too hard to look elegant or you try too hard to look expensive, you start looking a bit ridiculous, right? And here on this channel, I am teaching you a balanced approach, so make sure you subscribe for more content. Moving on. So another candidate that I always use as my base for research whenever I do my series, Things Elegant Ladies Never Wear, make sure you watch the entire series after this video. And that is our beloved Kim Kardashian. She's a great inspiration for what not to wear, in my personal opinion. I also don't think this is part of the elegance aesthetic, the kind of crop top combination. Because actually this is a look that I've seen around quite a lot, and I think it's a little bit of what I was saying with Hailey Bieber earlier, is the fact that it's almost like you're trying a bit hard here to look cool, to look edgy. I mean, my pet peeve is the crop top. I cannot stand the crop top, and now the crop top has really become mainstream and oversaturated, and I unfortunately don't think it's going anywhere, although I'm still there praying. Every morning I pray that I hope today I don't have to see it anymore, but no, I still see it every time I go outside of my door. Now, one of the things that we just saw Kim wearing was actually a muscle t-shirt, and I think that this is a garment that is very tricky to style, especially if you like to have a feminine aesthetic. The reason why it looks so masculine is because it cuts off here in the arms, so it really does kind of widen the upper body. You basically look broader, and therefore you look more masculine. I do get it that ladies who like to have more of a masculine or edgy aesthetic, probably this is a really good choice for such aesthetic. But you know, here on my channel, I teach more elegant or classic aesthetic or feminine aesthetic. And then this kind of t-shirt would be the opposite of that. So if you're looking for that kind of aesthetic, then definitely stay away from the muscle t-shirt. Then we have the dear old hoodie that you know I've spoken about for many years on this platform. But today I want to talk about the hoodie set. Because why only settle for one piece of garment when we can have two in one? The hoodie set. The hoodie set is basically a walking pajama in public. It's for those who say that, yes, but I just want to be comfortable. Okay, I get it. Yes, it looks very comfortable, but it also does look like you're walking around in your loungewear in public. You know, some people even go to the office like that. But again, I don't want to sound like somebody who comes from the middle-aged time. I mean, maybe that's what you think about me. I don't know. But I just don't think that this makes any sense. I think a little boundary is good to have. You might want to keep some for your own privacy, maybe not share everything with the world, and maybe we don't want to see everything from your intimate world. And so to me, the hoodie and the hoodie set kind of represents that. But I'm not saying that, okay, nobody should wear a hoodie in public. And by the way, I am aware that certain type of aesthetic styles like streetwear, they might incorporate a lot of hoodies. Okay, but maybe you should just wear the hoodie then, but maybe not do the entire set, because that's when it starts looking like a pajama, you see? Again, this is my personal opinion. If you disagree, you should definitely let me know in the comments. Tell me, Anna, you are wrong. You should absolutely wear what you feel is right for you, what you feel you're best in. I'm just here guiding you for an elegant aesthetic, for a feminine aesthetic, and definitely the hoodie set does not fall under that kind of aesthetic. And I feel like it kind of downgrades a person's look instead of elevating it. We have to talk a little bit about the over-the-knee boots, but the high-heeled version. Now, I have been recommending the over-the-knee boots, the flat version, in my content over the years, and I still think it's a decent type of footwear to wear if you have the body type for it. As an example, I know that some petite ladies struggle with this kind of boot because, well, it kind of shortens the leg a little bit. So the flat version is fine, but the problem is with the high-heeled version, because as you can see here, it can easily look a little bit vulgar, right? And I've certainly seen over the years how some ladies are able to style it in a way where when it looks really classy and sophisticated, but unfortunately it can get tricky. And if you get the styling wrong, then you will instantly look more on the kind of cheaper side. It just looks less refined. I think the over-the-knee boots, we can maybe associate it a little bit with like a pretty woman type of style, right? And therefore, we find it to be a bit more vulgar, a little bit more on the cheaper side. But again, with the right styling, with the right eye for aesthetic, you can definitely nail this look so that it actually looks good, but maybe not suitable for beginners. There are definitely certain necklines that are more outdated looking and some that just looks a bit like, no. You know what I mean? This neckline is one of those. Off the shoulder plus choker collar style neckline. Okay, frankly, I have no idea what the official name for this neckline is. But yeah, as you can see, it's not really the most refined looking. Yeah, so if you have something like that, just burn it. Trust me on this one. Now, another style that actually looks a bit dated or out of style, out of fashion. By the way, I have a video on this topic that you can watch straight after this video, but it has to do with the kind of cutout heel on the heel. So the cutout heel. Okay, that's just my name. I just invented that name. I don't know what it's officially called, but I think this name suits it, don't you think? The cutout heel. So the cutout heel. Why it made it to today's list is because I just don't think that having your heel as the focus point of your shoe is the most flattering idea. Like, think about it. Some people have like cracked heels. Like, do you really want to show that off? I don't think so. And so this shoe therefore doesn't really make any sense to me. Like the peep toe shoe, I get it. Absolutely. A little peek of the toe can be cute, right? But a little peek of your cracked heel? Not sure about that. Okay, even if you don't have a cracked heel, I still don't think it makes sense, okay? So for me, it's a no if you want to have an elegance aesthetic. Now, one thing I would like you to know that even though my advice for you is to avoid mishaps like this, but we are humans after all, and wardrobe mistakes are going to happen, and they happen to all of us. I want you to have a healthy mind when it comes to the elegance aesthetic. Incorporate it in your life in an authentic way, in a way that feels right for you, and avoid any form of perfectionism. And if you feel like I pointed out something on today's list that perhaps you're doing it wrong with, then again, it's not so serious. It's just an opinion. And who knows, maybe you're doing it in a way that really does work well for you. Now, in my next video, I want to show you 10 items that I think are classic items, but unfortunately now they look a bit dated. They need to be stowed away now for maybe 5 years or more. So hop on over to that video where I will show you which items I'm talking about.